Shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopefully elect brothers, 144,000 chosen, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasser Allah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Adah. I want to go into some of this stuff. I got 2 lessons, possibly 3 lessons. I want to land back off. I'm going to try to see if I can shorten this down to maybe 25 to 30 minutes. I've been trying to upload some videos onto TikTok. My last 3 videos just won't upload. I don't know if it's because of the length or the algorithms. But anyways, revelation of the method. This is the left hand. Lucifer is the human element of the occult. Lucifer is not talking about the prince demon Satan. The power, the Elohim, him and his angels, the evil angels on the left-hand side of Yahweh, who are the left-handed expression of Yahweh, they are separate. The word Lucifer in Isaiah 14 is not talking about them. The word Lucifer means light bringer, and the light, which is a form of wisdom, and we know that light is wisdom on the right-hand side because Yahweh Shai, in his lot, as King Solomon talks about wisdom and says that she is likened, though she is called or likened unto the light, she comes before it, talking about wisdom. So we understand that wisdom is light, and there's a right-handed wisdom and there's a left-handed wisdom. And whoever is bringing that wisdom is a light bearer. Therefore, the Latin term for that is called Lucifer, which means light bearer. So it's talking about the human aspect of the delivery system of that, which is talking about people. And in this case, the upper echelon rulership of the elite of the Edomites, the so-called white man, the top 1%, the banking families, and all those other groups that are involved in that, the modern day Chaldeans. So here we have a statement. The elites do tell us through their books and publications, movies and new releases what they are doing. This is called revelation of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it or for what it is, that is your problem from their point of view. It is a form of ritual mocking of the victim. And you can see down here, like that's another version of it. That's what, I mean, this is what's coming. Great woe, behold, great death. Let's get this. Let's get this really quick. What does the scripture say? Let me, Salakia, give me time to clear all this out, man. Hold on. Let's do it in a second. Oh, fuck. Here, I'm going to take a photo of this so I can come back to it. Let's get another one. Because I'm going to start, let's see if I can just wing it on some of these. Let's come back to this one. And then, I'll just use those. You get the point. Let's do this now. 2 Ezra 16, I think, or great death. The beginning of great death, the beginning of great death, the beginning of great death. So this is going to happen. It was already So it was already revealed to the prophets on the right-hand side, who are also Lucifer, but they're on the right-hand side. Now, hear what I'm saying. Those of you who don't understand, we're not trying to mix the profane with the holy. That's not what we're doing. We're breaking this stuff down correctly. The men on the right-hand side are also light bringers. They're the most powerful light bringers, and we see this with the prophet Daniel and the magicians of his day, and we see this with Joseph and the magicians of his day. Because the magicians of both those prophets' days, they were the Lucifer of those days on the left-hand side, and both times they were unable to interpret dreams or interpret the writing of the hand on the wall or to tell the vision. And the Hebrew Israelite elect man, Joseph, and the Hebrew Israelite elect man, Daniel, were able to interpret things that these very powerful, authenticated men in the governments and the rulerships of those times were not able to do. So miss me with that shit if you get mad. I'm saying the right hand of Lucifer, because Lucifer never meant Satan. The elites on the left-hand side threw that curveball into society so you wouldn't think it was talking about them. Okay, look at Ezra. 2 Ezra 16. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. and the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Let's go. And a great sword, a great sword was given, and with him he should kill. Let me see, was given to him who sat on the, let me see, this should be, yeah, look at this. Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red. Red always symbolizes and tells you about Esau or Edom, because Esau, Edom is red. The red dragon with 7 heads is talking about the Edomites and their rulerships. It's the Roman Empire and all the head family tribes within that system. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And they that should and that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword. So this is in prophecy already. This was already given to the Hebrew Israelites, but these books were sealed and now they're opened. And Christianity has done a horrible job explaining any of this, because when Renaissance Western Christianity was also a version of a lie spread throughout the earth through the same red horse people, the Edomites. Because Renaissance Christianity never exposes who Esau is. And all throughout prophecy, Esau, Edom is the target of Yahushua when he comes back. And it's Esau, Edom, it is the so-called white men that did this. The Georgia Guidestones is a declaration of what they're going to do. They want to bring down, the way they worded it, it was a code to bring down the human population and manage it at 500 million. Do you have any idea how many people have to die? This is what they call the Great Culling. What's a culling? What is a culling? This is what they call it, you guys. This is your friendly neighborhood white man. Culling. Let me see. Reduction of wild animal population by selective slaughter. And this is what they call what they're going to do. Why? Because they view the world as nothing but a bunch of animals. This is how these people think, you guys. So the revelation of the method, the original version of it, starts here. Why? Because Esau cannot do anything outside of prophecy. And it says, where was the original? It's in Psalms. Their own tongues shall fall upon them. And that's also, so this is not just them snitching on themselves. This is them revealing what they are given to by the real Satan, when the real Satan or someone on his side is sent by Yahushua or Yahweh Yahushua to give Esau a knowledgeable download, a doctrine, a movement, a strategy, so that they can move in the earth in a coded form, right? This is where it first comes from. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. What does that mean? They're going to method and reveal. You say it backwards, and then you say it frontwards. They're going to reveal their method, right? And the only persons that can interpret the revelation of the method are who? Just like Daniel, just like Joseph. An elect Hebrew Israelite male that the spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai on the right hand is speaking from. And you see this with GMS, the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, every one of their bishops, every one of their captains, every one of their soldiers, every one of the men that are standing on the other side of the camera, and every affiliate camp that teaches the same doctrine. You see that with these men. They are able to do this. Who gives a fuck if you don't believe it? That is what it is, bro. Everybody doesn't understand on either side, okay? Just like you see when Daniel and Joseph were living and walking in their ministries, the pharaohs both had dreams and visions that they could not interpret, and the magicians could not interpret those dreams, and then the excellent spirit that was in Daniel and the excellent spirit that was in Joseph was able to interpret the dream and give instruction. Okay? Why am I saying all this? Because Esau is showing himself right now, you guys, and actually, Yahweh is revealing who the man of sin is. This is one evidence. Let everything be established in the mouth of 2 or more witnesses. This is a major construction that was erected in Georgia. It was just recently taken down a couple years ago because they realized it was time to conceal this because too much information was coming out. So this is one witness. What's another witness? I'm gonna pull this video showing you
who you truly are.
Right here.
Come out.
This is another brother from GMS. He just released this on TikTok. I also have his YouTube. I don't know his YouTube, but you can see his name. You see his face. He just released this. Look at this. Look at this. How he describes this. And this is another revelation of the method. They're telling you something. You got a picture of a globe with an Edomite, Donald Trump, right? He's got his hands open, and what is it saying? The world will soon understand. Nothing can stop what is coming. What is coming? This, Jacob's trouble, the end of Esau's world. And this is what they're doing. They're so that their own tongues, so they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. That's what their tongues are falling upon themselves, because this is them admitting in coded language. But the prophets can break this down based on scripture. People in Christianity can't do this. People in the world, the truth community, they cannot. They can get surface level understanding. They can't go all the way and come up into here. They can't go all the way and come up into here. Okay? You got the culling. You got revelation with the great sword. Who is this person? It's a race of people, you guys. And they can't come up in here, and they can't do this. They're not going to, they don't even think the freaking Apocrypha is even the Bible. But look what it's saying. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Another proof. What is it saying? Another, the man of sin. The man of sin, the man of sin to be revealed. Somebody saw you guys. Boom. Let no man deceive you. The second Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for the day shall not come except they're coming and falling away first. The falling away was in 70 AD. This is not talking about American patriotic Renaissance Western Christianity. That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about the Israelites being chased completely all the way out. The last of us, the southern kingdom, because the northern kingdom was already gone. The southern kingdom physically completely being removed from the land of our fathers. That's what that's talking about. Stop talking about fucking America, man. America was never with Yahweh Shai. America wasn't even a nation yet when this was being spoken. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And what's the day it's talking about? Verse 2, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, for from us, as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand. What is the day of Hamashiach? It's also the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shabbat, the day of judgment. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. That's already happened. And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Christianity teaches this is one individual man. This is saying it's talking about a race of people. And then this son of perdition is right here, Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, how art thou fallen, O Lucifer? Isaiah 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? This is talking about a race of people, in this case, the elite of the Edomites, the banking families, the 13 colonies, the 13 stars, the 13 families, okay, the DuPonts, all that stuff. Isaiah 14:12, the Gettys, the freaking the Rothschilds, the head one, and the freaking the other ones that ran over here in America. I can't remember the name. The Rockefellers. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? How they weaken the nations? Through their banking systems. They're about to do it even more so now with the digital currency. Stealing resources, accusing people on the media. Everybody's always wrong. Everyone is always evil, but not the white man. This is talking about them, you guys. You want some more evidence?
All right, Shalom Akim. Shalom, Shalom. Mahab Koyim. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah. Branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. The Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. All right. I'm going to say, call Haloyim La, Allah Hayya Noah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Wachaha Kudash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Come on.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, with whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to their faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. All right. So, I'm pretty much just responding to this cryptic message coming from your boy Trump.
And this is a revelation of the method, or the method of the revelation. That's what it is. This is how they get down. This is how they attempt to be Isaiah 14. And Isaiah 14, O Lucifer, how thou fallen. That's the part I didn't get. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna go back.
Okay. It says the world will soon understand. Nothing can stop what's coming. All right, nothing can stop what is coming. And if you remember, all right, before his first term, all right, right before he took office the first time, he had another cryptic message that came out of the Times Magazine, right? And it said this: the end is near. Okay?
Okay, so you see that. None of this is accidental. None of this is random. It all goes back to this. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, in thy mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. There goes your 1948 Balfour Declaration. Them changing the face of Yahushai to a so-called white man, changing his name from Yahushai to Jesus, making themselves look like the people of God, putting white images of God and angels and saints, and filling the earth with every type of Hollywood movie out of the Bible, showing you only white people with British accents. All of that goes into this, including
The end is near, and there's been many
them doing this kind of stuff. Also, all encompassing. They get to tell you about white Jesus, they get to be Christians, and they get to also be satanic, all in one shot. They get to go to war, they get to experiment, they get to steal resources, and they get to have all the biggest prisons in America and say that the so-called black man and brown man are the most criminal people on the earth. They get to do everything, you guys. They get to tell you how you can have sex, and they get to own all the pornography distribution centers on the planet. They are the only fucking race of people that gets to do all this shit. Why? Because right here, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of power. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That's talking about America. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Christianity, Hollywood, it's all controlled by who? The so-called white man. And what has Christianity and Hollywood told you? That the individual devil, Satan, red man with horns said this. And we know that that's not true because the prince demon Satan, the real guy, is permanently seated at the left hand of Yahweh forever. He never fell from heaven. Revelations 12 is talking about these guys. The dragon and Satan that fell from heaven in Revelations 12 is talking about the rulership that's about to be lost by Esau here in the near future during the war of the war of heaven, which is Yahweh Shabbat, the day of the Lord. That's when Yahweh Shai comes back with all of the hosts of heaven because Yahweh is Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies, and the armies of heaven operate in chariots, aka UFOs. That's what the space program is all about, you guys, or the Space Force with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Once you're able to connect all the dots, we see who the man of sin is. We see that he's the only race of people fitting all this stuff. I will be like the Most High. You see him right there. Those two people right there that you see in the center of the screen are seriously wicked, and they represent the elites on this earth who you don't see. And those elites who you don't see are these people. They are the Lucifer. Let's pull out another witness against them. More witnesses against them. Let's go into my YouTube. I saved 2 videos today. Let me see. Yep, I had to save them in here because it was so. This brother.
All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power.
Go to this guy's page.
Yahweh Bahasham.
Go to his page. You will learn a lot. In fact, I believe this gentleman right here was the first brother in GMS that broke down the method of the revelation on a video he did about 2 years ago. It was freaking amazing. And I needed to hear how he broke it down. I was like, that's what it is. And I believe Elder Menat Zatva also broke into, he went into it on another part, talking about Psalms. And I was like, that's it. That's it. Because Jacob is the former of all things, right? The former means first. The left hand can only do what's on the right hand side, but the left-handed way, if that makes any sense. The left hand does not come up with a new thought or a new way of doing things. Everything being done on the left hand has been revealed to the right hand. You guys have to understand that, man. And the right hand are the prophets of Yahweh by Shem Yoshai. So look at this. This, he just revealed this. He's breaking down, and I gotta quicken up because I don't want to lose time. He's breaking down the movie
as well as when
hold on.
Allow them bring it to full fruition.
Okay.
All right. But this movie gives you a glimpse on the type of society that you will be living in. You know, they put their little comedy to it. Definitely that this man, as a cop, they froze him because he got violent with a violent criminal, which Wesley Snipes' character played, but that's neither here nor there. But this is them unfreezing him.
Demolition Man. I was freaking brain farted. He's breaking down Demolition Man. I've never even seen this, but you see all of them revealing what's happening now in Demolition Man. Look at this. I'm going to fast forward it to that part. Okay, look at this. This is what we see happening now. Demolition Man came out in the 90s, you guys. It came out like 36 years ago. 36 years ago. And they're talking in this movie verbatim what they're doing today.
Today, we in 2025 going on 2026. 2026 will be here. We in the 4th quarter. All right. And this is the society that they have established by the year 2032. All right. And you're going to see what type of society it is.
Now, the reason that you have been released is... 36 years. Her light was extinguished in the big one of 2010.
Talking about an earthquake.
She died in an earthquake. The earthquake.
According to scripture and prophecy, the earthquake is ignited or set off because of all the atomic bombs that are hitting all of America. Because the entire earth rocks back and forth or to and fro like a drunkard. That's in prophecy. So they're hinting at that.
John Spartan. I'm Chief of Police George Earl. We didn't thaw you out for...
Looks like that German dude, huh? The one that was talking about you will have nothing and be happy, looks just like his ass.
A family reunion. Consider it fortunate the lieutenant even bothered to do a probe on your wife. This is about you and the Cryocon, Simon Phoenix. What?
This morning.
Simon Phoenix is Wesley Snipes' character. Wesley Snipes is a type and shadow of the elect, you guys. And because he's so-called black man, that's representing Judah. The criminal is actually the holy, and the good or the righteous are actually the wicked. Everything's reversed. And his name is Phoenix. Later in the movie, he says the phoenix has risen from the ashes. That's also a term that the elite use, mocking that they think that they're going to be able to overcome after the bombs hit, that they're going to be able to rise from the ashes. But prophecy says what? It says we're going to dig them out of their holes. So you got to see this stuff.
Simon Phoenix escaped from this cryo facility. We've had 11 murder-death kills so far. You see, we have become a society of peace, loving, and understanding.
And notice how childlike, innocent Sandra Bullock's character is. They've been using this character all throughout Hollywood since the inception of Hollywood. This, I am so peaceful, I'm so soft-spoken, I'm so innocent white character has been used to seduce the minds of people when it comes to the so-called white man. Yet if you look at the white man's history, how did he get to where he was? Prophecy says by the sword. It says that in Genesis. Yet if you start from Happy Days or you go back to fucking the little redhead kid, Opie Gillis, what do you see? A bunch of fun-loving, innocent, painless white people characters. Yet, what were our people going through the same race of people? What was the Northern Kingdom going through from the same race of people? What was World War I and World War II? Yet, when you watch Hollywood, you see a completely different, oh, I'm so innocent fucking image. It's all a lie. It's witchcrafts. It's enchantments.
And we are, quite frankly, not equipped to deal with this situation.
Yeah. And that's the society they want. You know, that you hear, oh, nothing. Every from you.
Were merged in 2011. You are in the years. The Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, San Diego Metroplex were merged in 2011. You are in the center of what used to be Los Angeles.
That's great.
She's acting like this righteous. I'm peaceful. I'm good. I'm holy. It's all done on purpose. It conveys an idea in your mind. Oh, these are the right. Bro, they're the wicked, bro. This is, you got to understand the level of premeditated thought it goes into every single one of these Hollywood movies, bro. And we were just sitting around watching this shit hour after hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month. This is why it's so hard for people to look at the so-called white man according to what prophecy says, which is the biblical Edomites, the wicked nation, the border of wickedness. That's what Malachi 1 verses 3 through 4 says. They are the border of wickedness. But when you look at these movies, when you see Sandra Bullock's character, you're like, oh.
I'll give you more, bro.
Yes, of course, right away. What's a Marlboro?
Just cigarette, any cigarette.
Smoking is not good for you.
Now listen to what she's getting ready to say this next 40 seconds or so. All right? She's basically describing the conditions and the atmosphere of the world that they live in.
It has been deemed that anything not good for you is bad, hence illegal. Alcohol, caffeine, contact sports, meat.
Are you shitting me?
Everything that they sell to the world today, they're telling you in this movie, which is now what they're doing today. They're saying it's all bad. Meat's not bad for you, but they're taking away meat. But alcohol, all that other stuff, it's bad for you. Tobacco is bad for you. Well, alcohol, I don't drink that much. Some people may hear me say, hey, but they control it. And now they're saying it's bad is what I'm saying.
Go
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verb.
And that's what you call your modern day Siri.
That's your social credit score. And that's what you see happening in China. You guys, this movie came out.
In the United States of America, Demolition Man was released on October 8th, 1993.
And you see the doctrines that they're about to impose on the earth completely in that movie. But I remember when I watched this movie, that shit didn't matter. It didn't mean anything to me. Yet here we are in 2025 about to step into it.
Your modern day.
And my point saying all this, yes, Wesley Snipes and all our other people that have made the covenant with death, that are in Hollywood, that are in music, they've agreed to work with Esau Edom. But make no mistake, Esau Edom is the head of the platform. They are, just like it says in Psalms 83, and they are the only race of people, you guys, that do this shit, which is the method of the revelation, which is what Lucifer is in Isaiah 14, proving that these people are the man of sin, and the Most High is revealing them. And the prophets who believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, who teach that same doctrine, are the only people that can break this stuff down to you correctly. I'm going to keep it short. I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and a shalom to the hopeful elect man taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yahshua to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is your brother, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother, Radah. Shalom.